If you're over 60 and eating pumpkin seeds for heart health, prostate support, or better sleep, this video is for you. Because today, we're uncovering 10 dangerous mistakes older adults make with pumpkin seeds that can quietly harm your digestion, your blood sugar, your kidneys, and even your heart rhythm. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and for more than 20 years, I've encouraged older adults to use pumpkin seeds as a natural source of magnesium, zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants. They truly can be a powerful food, helping with nighttime cramps, supporting bladder control, and improving deep sleep. But here's something most people never hear. As beneficial as pumpkin seeds are, eating them the wrong way after 60 can lead to bloating, constipation, high potassium spikes, inflammation, or even dangerous interactions with medications. Pumpkin seeds are dense, they're concentrated, and an aging digestive system simply responds differently to foods that are high in fat, minerals, and fiber. Many seniors tell me they snack on them at night, mix them into heavy foods, or eat far more than they realize, only to wonder why their stomach feels tight, why they wake up at 2 a.m., or why their blood pressure suddenly spikes the next morning. Tonight, we're going to break down these mistakes one by one in a clear, simple way. No fear, no confusion, just real practical guidance that protects your body, your heart, your digestion, and your sleep. So if pumpkin seeds are part of your daily routine, stay with me. A few small changes can make this tiny seed one of the safest, most helpful foods in your diet after 60. Let's begin. Let's saga mai. Many older adults eat a small handful of pumpkin seeds before bed because they've heard magnesium helps with sleep. And that's partly true. Pumpkin seeds do contain magnesium, tryptophan, and healthy fats that can relax the body. But what most seniors don't realize is that eating them at the wrong time can do the opposite. It can wake you up around 2 or 3 a.m., increase nighttime heart rate, and leave you feeling groggy and unsteady the next morning. Let me explain why this happens. Pumpkin seeds are very dense. They contain healthy fats, protein, and fiber, all wonderful nutrients, but all of them require strong digestion. After 60, digestion naturally slows in the evening. The stomach muscles move more gently. Stomach acid decreases, and the body shifts its energy away from digestion and toward preparing for rest. When you eat pumpkin seeds late at night, your stomach has to suddenly switch gears and restart heavy digestion. This can cause the stomach to stay full for hours, long after you've fallen asleep. That fullness triggers discomfort signals to the brain, which often show up as restless sleep, shifting in bed, or waking up suddenly with no clear reason. Then there's the blood sugar effect. Pumpkin seeds are not high in sugar, but they are high in fat, and fat slows digestion dramatically. When you eat pumpkin seeds at night, insulin can rise slightly, then drop hours later. That drop often hits around 1 to 3 a.m., creating the exact pattern many seniors describe. Waking up suddenly, feeling warm or sweaty, a mild racing heartbeat, or feeling hungry even though you had a snack. This isn't insomnia. It's a nighttime metabolic dip triggered by timing, not by the seeds themselves. Magnesium is another important part of the story. Yes, magnesium supports relaxation, but it also stimulates bowel movement and draws water into the intestines. For many seniors, this leads to stomach rumbling, gas forming as they sleep, or mild cramping that wakes them up. It's gentle, but enough to disturb sleep when the digestive system is already slower at night. And we can't forget acid reflux. Pumpkin seeds are high in fat, and fat relaxes the valve between the stomach and esophagus. When you lie down soon after eating them, acid can rise more easily. Many older adults feel this as chest tightness, throat irritation, coughing around midnight, or waking up needing to sit upright. They often blame their dinner, but it was the late-night seeds slowing digestion unexpectedly. So here's what I tell my patients. Eat pumpkin seeds earlier in the day, ideally before 4 p.m. If you want the magnesium benefits for sleep, take them in the afternoon, not before bed. Never combine them with late-night milk or yogurt. The digestion load doubles. Avoid pumpkin seeds at night if you already struggle with reflux, nighttime anxiety, or 2 to 3 a.m. wake-ups. Pumpkin seeds can support sleep, but timing is everything. When eaten too close to bedtime, they make your body work instead of rest, and the result is the exact opposite of what you hoped for. The second mistake is something many older adults never think about: eating pumpkin seeds while taking blood pressure or heart medications. Pumpkin seeds seem harmless, natural, and packed with healthy minerals. But after 60, the way these minerals interact with common medications can quietly affect your blood pressure, your heart rhythm, your energy levels, and even your morning stability. Let me explain why. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium you can eat. Magnesium relaxes blood vessels, lowers tension in the muscles, and helps regulate heart rhythm. Those are all good things, but if you're taking medications that do the same job, the effects can stack up much more strongly than you expect. For example, if you're taking an ACE inhibitor, an ARB, a calcium channel blocker, a beta blocker, or a potassium-sparing diuretic, pumpkin seeds can amplify the medication's effect, and many seniors don't notice this until symptoms show up later in the day, or worse, in the middle of the night. Here are the signs older adults often tell me about: feeling lightheaded when standing up, slight dizziness after meals, sudden fatigue, cold hands or feet, or a fluttering sensation in the chest. These are subtle signs that blood pressure dropped too far, or that the heart is working a little too softly, not because the medication is wrong, but because the magnesium from the pumpkin seeds added more relaxation than the body needed. There is also the issue of potassium. Pumpkin seeds contain more potassium than many people realize, and when combined with medications that reduce potassium loss, such as spironolactone, lisinopril, losartan, or certain heart medications, potassium levels can rise too high. This leads to muscle heaviness, irregular heartbeat, numbness in the hands or feet, unusual tiredness, or a heavy feeling in the chest. Most people mistake this for aging or stress, but often it's a potassium imbalance quietly developing over time. Another layer to this is absorption timing. Pumpkin seeds are high in healthy fats, which slow the absorption of medications if eaten at the same time. Many older adults eat seeds with breakfast and take their pills immediately, not realizing the seeds may delay the medication's effect, causing blood pressure to fluctuate throughout the day. So what should you do? Here's the guidance I give my older patients. Never take your heart or blood pressure medications with pumpkin seeds. Leave at least 2 to 3 hours between your medication and your pumpkin seed snack. If you take potassium-sparing medications, limit pumpkin seeds to 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. Avoid pumpkin seeds entirely if you notice dizziness, irregular heartbeat, or morning weakness. And always tell your doctor or pharmacist how often you eat pumpkin seeds. They matter more than most people think. Pumpkin seeds can support heart health, but only when used at the right time and in the right amount. After 60, your heart and blood pressure become more sensitive to the small details. Recognizing these interactions can help you stay steady, strong, and safe every single day. The third mistake is one that surprises almost everyone: eating pumpkin seeds with your morning coffee. It seems harmless. Many older adults grab a small handful of pumpkin seeds as a quick breakfast, then sip on coffee to start the day. But after 60, this combination can quietly irritate your stomach, raise your heart rate, and trigger mid-morning fatigue in ways you may not expect. Let me explain why. Coffee is naturally acidic and stimulates stomach acid production. That's why many seniors feel a slight burning sensation or empty stomach discomfort after drinking it. Pumpkin seeds, meanwhile, are high in healthy fats and fiber, which normally digest well, but only when the stomach is calm. When you combine acid plus fat plus fiber first thing in the morning, the digestive system becomes overwhelmed. Here's what many older adults tell me about this combination. My stomach feels tight or heavy after breakfast. I get reflux shortly after coffee. I feel jittery or shaky even though I didn't drink much caffeine. My heart beats faster in the morning. I crash around 10 a.m. and feel drained. These reactions are not random. They're caused by the way coffee and pumpkin seeds interact inside an aging digestive system. First, coffee speeds up stomach emptying, while pumpkin seeds require slow, steady digestion. This mismatch can lead to bloating, pressure under the rib cage, mild cramping, or acid rising up into the esophagus. Next is the heart rate effect. Caffeine naturally raises heart rate and triggers the release of adrenaline. Pumpkin seeds contain magnesium, a mineral that relaxes blood vessels and lowers blood pressure. For older adults, this creates a push and pull effect on the cardiovascular system. Caffeine tells the heart to speed up. Magnesium tells the system to relax. Your body tries to reconcile these two opposing messages, and the result often feels like palpitations, lightheadedness, or feeling slightly anxious for no reason. Then there's the blood sugar issue. Coffee temporarily increases insulin resistance. Pumpkin seeds, although low in sugar, contain fats that slow blood sugar release. The combination often leads to a mid-morning crash, that sudden wave of fatigue many seniors feel around 9 to 11 a.m. Another overlooked problem is acid reflux. Coffee relaxes the valve between your stomach via esophagus. Fatty foods, like pumpkin seeds, relax it even more. When these two are eaten together, reflux becomes much more likely, especially for seniors already dealing with GERD or hiatal hernia. So what should you do? Here's my guidance for patients over 60. Don't eat pumpkin seeds with coffee. Separate them by at least 1 to 2 hours. If you drink coffee first thing in the morning, eat something gentle, like a small piece of toast or scrambled eggs. Enjoy pumpkin seeds later in the day, ideally with lunch or as an afternoon snack. If you experience morning palpitations or reflux, remove pumpkin seeds from your breakfast routine entirely. If coffee irritates your stomach, switch to half-calf, green tea, or warm water with ginger. Both coffee and pumpkin seeds can be part of a healthy routine, but together, especially first thing in the morning, they place unnecessary stress on your stomach, your heart, and your energy system. The fourth mistake is one almost every older adult makes without realizing it: adding pumpkin seeds to a bowl of oatmeal. For many seniors, this feels like the perfect, heart-healthy breakfast. Whole grains, fiber, healthy fats, and minerals. It sounds ideal, but after 60, this combination can quietly overwhelm your digestion, block mineral absorption, and leave you bloated or exhausted by mid-morning. Here's why it happens. Both oatmeal and pumpkin seeds contain phytic acid, a natural compound found in seeds and grains. During the day, when your digestion is active and strong, phytic acid is less of an issue. But in the morning, especially in older adults with slower stomach acid production, phytic acid can bind to minerals like magnesium, calcium, iron, and zinc. This means that when you combine oatmeal plus pumpkin seeds, your body absorbs far less magnesium, far less calcium, far less zinc, and digestion becomes slower and heavier. Many seniors tell me, "I feel full but not energized. My stomach feels tight after breakfast. I get bloated quickly. I'm exhausted again by 10 a.m. This isn't age. It's the double dose of phytic acid, blocking mineral absorption and slowing down digestion. Then there's the fiber issue. Oatmeal is high in soluble fiber. Pumpkin seeds contain insoluble fiber. Together, these two types of fiber absorb water and expand, which is wonderful for younger adults, but too demanding for an older digestive system in the morning. This leads to heavy bloating, slow stomach emptying, gas forming in the intestines, or reflux when bending or lying down. Some seniors even feel mild shortness of breath after a heavy fiber load because the diaphragm has less room to relax. Another hidden issue is timing. Morning digestion is naturally sluggish in adults over 60, especially those who take thyroid medications, blood pressure medications, or coffee on an empty stomach. When you add a dense, high-fiber, high-fat topping like pumpkin seeds onto oatmeal, digestion slows down even more. This is why many older adults feel brain fog, sudden fatigue, irregular bowel movements, or morning cramps. It's not the oatmeal, it's not the pumpkin seeds, it's the combination. And the biggest concern? You lose the very minerals you were trying to get from the pumpkin seeds in the first place. So what should you do? Here's my advice to my older patients. Eat oatmeal plain in the morning with fruit or cinnamon, not seeds. Save pumpkin seeds for midday when the stomach acid is stronger. If you love mixing them into meals, combine pumpkin seeds with yogurt, salads, or soup, but not with grain-heavy breakfasts. If you struggle with bloating or constipation, separate high-fiber foods instead of stacking them together. Oatmeal is healthy, pumpkin seeds are healthy, but combining them, especially after 60, places too much pressure on your morning digestion and blocks the very nutrients your body needs. The fifth mistake is one that catches a lot of older adults by surprise, choosing raw pumpkin seeds because they seem more natural or healthier. Many seniors avoid roasted seeds thinking the heat destroys nutrients. But what most people don't realize is that raw pumpkin seeds carry a much higher risk of mold contamination, especially when stored improperly or purchased in bulk. Let me explain why this matters. Raw pumpkin seeds contain natural moisture. When they're stored in warm environments, clear jars, or bulk bins at grocery stores, that moisture becomes the perfect breeding ground for mold spores, particularly Aspergillus, the mold that produces aflatoxin. Younger adults may process small amounts without noticing symptoms, but after 60, the liver becomes more sensitive, digestion slows, and the immune system reacts more strongly. This is why many seniors tell me they feel mild nausea after eating raw seeds, unexplained bloating, sudden fatigue, headaches, or a heavy feeling in the stomach. They often blame something else, not realizing the seeds themselves may be carrying invisible mold. Mold spores also produce compounds that irritate the gut lining. In older adults with conditions like diverticulosis, GERD, or IBS, even a small amount of mold can trigger gas, abdominal tightness, reflux, or loose stools. And here's something people rarely talk about. Raw seeds stored in clear containers or near sunlight oxidize much faster. Oxidized fats create inflammatory compounds which can trigger joint stiffness, morning swelling, and flare-ups of existing inflammatory conditions. Many seniors unknowingly make this mistake because raw seeds look clean, but mold isn't always visible. Even when seeds look perfectly fine, they may contain hidden moisture pockets, microscopic spores, or early-stage oxidation. Another issue is phytic acid, which I mentioned earlier. Raw pumpkin seeds contain the highest phytic acid levels. Phytic acid binds to minerals like calcium, zinc, and magnesium, preventing your body from absorbing them properly. So instead of boosting your mineral intake, raw seeds can block it. This is especially problematic for seniors dealing with osteoporosis, restless legs, nighttime cramps, low magnesium, or slow wound healing. So what's the safer way to enjoy pumpkin seeds? Here's what I recommend to my patients over 60. Avoid raw pumpkin seeds unless you soak and dry them at home. Choose lightly roasted seeds. Roasting kills mold spores and reduces moisture. Store seeds in dark, airtight containers, not clear jars. Keep them in the refrigerator if you buy in bulk. Heat and light accelerate oxidation. Never buy raw seeds from open grocery bulk bins. They're warm, exposed, and rarely checked for contamination. If you notice even a slight stale smell, throw them away. Don't risk it. Pumpkin seeds can absolutely support your health, but they must be safe. After 60, your liver, digestion, and immune system react more strongly to hidden mold and oxidized fats. Choosing properly stored, lightly roasted seeds protects your body and ensures you get all the benefits without the hidden risks. The sixth mistake is one that almost no one talks about: eating pumpkin seeds during a leg cramp episode, especially those nighttime cramps that strike suddenly and wake you up from sleep. Many older adults reach for pumpkin seeds thinking they're high in magnesium, so they must help. But surprisingly, eating pumpkin seeds during or right after a cramp can make the discomfort last longer and delay muscle recovery. Let me explain why. Pumpkin seeds are rich in magnesium, yes, but magnesium from food doesn't work instantly. It takes hours to digest, absorb, and reach the muscles. When a cramp strikes, your muscles need immediate relaxation. They need rapid electrolyte correction, especially sodium, potassium, and magnesium already circulating in the bloodstream, not nutrients still sitting in your stomach waiting to be digested. Pumpkin seeds also contain healthy fats, which slow digestion dramatically. After 60, digestion becomes even slower, especially at night. So when you eat pumpkin seeds during a cramp episode, your stomach becomes busy breaking down fat and fiber instead of letting your nervous system calm the muscle. This is why many seniors tell me, "My cramp lasted longer than usual. My legs felt heavy afterward. I got another cramp 10 minutes later. The tightness didn't go away for hours." This isn't your age. It's simply the wrong timing for the wrong food. Another hidden issue is the activation of digestion during a cramp. When your body starts digesting food, especially dense food like pumpkin seeds, blood flow shifts toward the stomach and away from your muscles. This means the very muscle that's cramping actually gets less oxygen for a short time, which can prolong the cramp, increase soreness afterward, or trigger a second cramp on the same night. There's also the electrolyte imbalance factor. Pumpkin seeds are high in magnesium but low in sodium. Nighttime cramps are often triggered by sodium loss or sudden shifts in hydration, especially in seniors taking diuretics or blood pressure medications. Eating pumpkin seeds doesn't replace the sodium your muscles need. It simply adds fat and fiber at a moment when your body isn't prepared to process them. Some older adults also feel nausea if they eat pumpkin seeds right after a painful cramp because the digestive system is not ready for solid food during muscle stress. So what should you do during a leg cramp instead? Here's what I tell my patients. Don't eat pumpkin seeds during or right after a cramp. Sip a small amount of electrolyte water or warm salted water. Massage the muscle or apply gentle heat. Stretch the calf or hamstring slowly, never forcefully. If cramps happen frequently at night, eat pumpkin seeds earlier in the day, not before bed. If you take diuretics, talk to your physician. Electrolyte shifts may be contributing. Pumpkin seeds can help prevent cramps when used correctly, but they do not relieve cramps during an episode, and the timing mistake can make recovery slower. After 60, your muscles respond differently, and choosing the right moment to eat certain foods makes all the difference in how your body feels. The seventh mistake is something so many older adults do with good intentions: eating pumpkin seeds as a heart-healthy, nighttime snack. It sounds smart. Pumpkin seeds are rich in magnesium, omega-6 fats, zinc, and antioxidants. They support the heart, blood vessels, and overall circulation. But after 60, the timing of when you eat pumpkin seeds matters just as much as the seeds themselves. And eating them at night can quietly place more stress on your body than you realize. Here's why. Pumpkin seeds are high in fat, even though it's healthy fat, and fat requires long, slow digestion. At night, your digestive system naturally shuts down. Stomach acid drops, stomach muscles slow, and your body shifts toward repair mode. When you eat a fatty snack close to bedtime, the stomach stays full for hours. This leads many seniors to experience heaviness in the chest, a tight pressure under the ribcage, nighttime reflux, or waking up feeling uncomfortable or restless. Most people think it's their dinner causing these symptoms, but often it's the late-night pumpkin seeds sitting in the stomach long after you've fallen asleep. Then there's the effect on heart rate. Pumpkin seeds relax blood vessels because of their magnesium content. During the day, this is wonderful. But at night, when your heart rate is supposed to slow naturally, that vessel relaxation can cause the heart to work harder to maintain steady pressure. Many older adults describe this as mild palpitations, feeling awake inside the chest, night sweats, or waking up with a racing heartbeat. Another issue is blood sugar stability. Even though pumpkin seeds are low in sugar, the fats they contain slow the release of glucose, which can lead to a delayed insulin response. For many seniors, this delayed response shows up around 1 to 3 a.m. The classic wake-up window older adults struggle with. They wake up feeling hungry, shaky, warm or sweaty, or unable to fall back asleep. It's not stress or insomnia. It's nighttime metabolic fluctuation caused by a snack eaten too late. We also need to talk about circulation. Healthy fats improve circulation when your body is active, but when you're lying down, they slow digestion and can slightly raise triglycerides overnight. This puts extra load on the heart in the very hours when it's supposed to rest and recover. This is especially important for older adults with atrial fibrillation, high blood pressure, nighttime palpitations, or poor circulation in the legs. For these individuals, a fatty nighttime snack, even a healthy one, can disturb sleep quality and early morning blood pressure patterns. So what should you do? Here's the guidance I give my patients. Save pumpkin seeds for earlier in the day, ideally between breakfast and dinner. Avoid eating them after 6 p.m., especially if you struggle with reflux or nighttime palpitations. Choose nighttime snacks that digest easily, such as herbal tea, a few almonds, or a small amount of cooked oatmeal. If you notice nighttime awakenings or reflux, remove pumpkin seeds from your evening routine for a week. Most seniors notice an immediate improvement. Pumpkin seeds remain a heart-healthy food, but eating them at night forces your heart, your stomach, and your nervous system to stay active long after you're trying to rest. And protecting your nighttime rhythm is one of the most important ways to support your heart after 60. This next mistake doesn't happen in the kitchen while eating. It happens quietly on the pantry shelf. Many older adults store pumpkin seeds in clear jars, glass containers, or place them on the counter where sunlight can reach them. It looks neat and organized, and you can see exactly how much you have left. But after 60, this simple habit can make pumpkin seeds far less healthy, and in some cases harmful. Let me explain why. Pumpkin seeds contain delicate, healthy fats, particularly polyunsaturated fats. These fats are incredibly sensitive to heat, light, and oxygen. When pumpkin seeds sit in a clear jar exposed to sunlight or even regular kitchen light, those fats begin to oxidize. Oxidation is a chemical change that turns healthy fats into inflammatory compounds, the kind linked to joint stiffness, morning swelling, brain fog, digestive irritation, and even blood vessel inflammation. Many older adults don't realize that the seeds can be oxidizing long before they smell bad. Then there's the issue of temperature. Kitchen counters and pantry shelves often warm up during the day. Even a mild increase in temperature, especially over weeks, accelerates oxidation dramatically. For seniors whose digestive and immune systems are more sensitive, oxidized fats can cause stomach discomfort after eating seeds, gas or bloating, nighttime reflux, or unexplained fatigue. These symptoms often get blamed on medications or aging, but storage plays a bigger role than people think. Another hidden concern is mold growth. Pumpkin seeds naturally contain small amounts of moisture. Sunlight warms the jar, moisture evaporates, and condensation can form inside the container, creating conditions where mold spores grow even if you can't see them. Adults over 60 are especially vulnerable because mold toxins can irritate the gut and weaken the liver's detox capacity. And there's something else. Most clear jars are opened frequently. Every time the lid comes off, fresh oxygen enters, making oxidation faster. So even if the seeds look clean and fresh, their nutrients degrade faster than expected. So what should you do to protect the seeds and your health? Here's the guidance I give my older patients. Never store pumpkin seeds in clear jars or containers exposed to light. Always use opaque, airtight containers. Stainless steel or dark-colored jars are best. Keep seeds in a cool, dark place such as a cabinet or, ideally, the refrigerator. Avoid bulk buying unless you plan to refrigerate or freeze the seeds. If seeds develop even a slight stale or cardboard-like smell, throw them away. Oxidized fats don't need to smell rancid to be harmful. And if you experience stomach discomfort after eating pumpkin seeds, consider whether storage may be the cause. Pumpkin seeds are packed with minerals, healthy fats, and antioxidants, but only when they're stored correctly. After 60, your digestion, joints, and cardiovascular system are more sensitive to oxidized fats. A simple change in storage can make pumpkin seeds significantly safer and healthier for you. The ninth mistake is one many older adults make with the best intentions: mixing pumpkin seeds with probiotics or gut health supplements. It sounds logical. Pumpkin seeds are high in fiber, probiotics support digestion, and combining them feels like giving your gut an extra boost. But after 60, your digestive system becomes more sensitive, slower, and easier to overwhelm. And this combination often leads to the opposite of what you were hoping for. Let me explain why. Pumpkin seeds contain insoluble fiber, the type of fiber that adds bulk and stimulates movement through the digestive tract. Insoluble fiber is helpful, but only when your digestion is calm and balanced. Probiotics, on the other hand, introduce live bacteria into the gut. These bacteria need time and space to settle, multiply, and restore balance. When you mix pumpkin seeds with probiotics, especially first thing in the morning, you combine a high-stimulation food with a delicate bacterial supplement. This creates a digestive traffic jam that many older adults feel immediately as bloating, bubbling or rumbling sounds in the stomach, gas, upper abdominal pressure, or even mild nausea. This happens because the fiber in pumpkin seeds feeds the probiotics too quickly. The bacteria ferment the fiber before your stomach and intestines have fully warmed up for the day. That fermentation can produce gas and pressure, especially in older adults with IBS, diverticulosis, GERD, slow motility, or a history of antibiotics. And here's something most people don't realize. Probiotics already cause mild digestive activity, a gentle churning. Combine that with the dense fiber and fat in pumpkin seeds, and the digestive tract becomes overstimulated at the worst possible time. Many seniors describe the same pattern. I took my probiotic with pumpkin seeds and felt uncomfortable for hours. It's not the probiotic's fault. It's not the pumpkin seed's fault. It's the timing. Another issue is nutrient absorption. Pumpkin seeds are high in minerals like zinc and magnesium, exactly the nutrients many seniors need more of. But probiotics work best in an environment with low digestive stimulation. When the gut is too active, the supplementation benefits drop. So instead of helping your gut, you reduce the effectiveness of both the seeds and the probiotics. And finally, there's the fat digestion factor. Pumpkin seeds contain healthy fats that require bile from the liver and gallbladder. Probiotics don't support bile release, and if taken together, some seniors experience stomach heaviness, loose stools, or alternating constipation. So, what's the right way to use both? Here's the guidance I give my patients. Take probiotics alone, first thing in the morning with a small glass of water, no food for at least 20 minutes. Eat pumpkin seeds later in the day, ideally with lunch or as an afternoon snack. If you have IBS or slow digestion, avoid combining high-fiber seeds with gut supplements entirely. If you're new to probiotics, separate them from pumpkin seeds by 3 to 4 hours. If you ever feel cramping or bloating after the combination, separate them immediately. Your body is telling you what it prefers. Probiotics support the gut. Pumpkin seeds support mineral intake, muscle function, and heart health. But together, especially after 60, they can overwhelm your digestive system instead of helping it. The 10th mistake is one many older adults make without realizing it: eating pumpkin seeds during a urinary tract infection, UTI, or when the bladder feels irritated. Pumpkin seeds are often recommended for prostate health and bladder control, but that advice applies to long-term support, not during active irritation. When your bladder is already inflamed or sensitive, pumpkin seeds can quietly make symptoms worse. Let me explain why. Pumpkin seeds contain natural oils and minerals that stimulate the bladder. During normal days, this gentle stimulation helps with bladder tone. But during a UTI, when the bladder lining is red, swollen, and inflamed, stimulation is the last thing your body needs. Many seniors tell me they notice more pressure in the lower abdomen, a feeling of fullness even after using the bathroom, burning or discomfort, needing to urinate more often at night, or a sudden urgency that wasn't there before. These symptoms often intensify on the days they snack on pumpkin seeds, even though they don't connect the two events. Another issue is magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are high in magnesium, which normally relaxes muscles, including the bladder wall. But when the bladder is infected or irritated, too much relaxation can make the bladder spasm. This leads to sharp twinges, sudden urgency, interrupted sleep from nighttime bathroom trips, or a feeling that the bladder can't fully empty. Then there's the oil content. Healthy fats in pumpkin seeds stimulate bile release and digestive movement. When the intestines become more active, they press slightly on the bladder. For a healthy bladder, this isn't a big deal. But during a UTI, even gentle intestinal movement can create uncomfortable pressure or worsen burning sensations. We also need to talk about potassium. Pumpkin seeds are naturally high in potassium, which is good for the heart, but not always good for an irritated bladder. Potassium-rich foods can make bladder pain sharper in people dealing with UTIs or interstitial cystitis. This is why some older adults notice that acidic or potassium-rich foods worsen their symptoms. And finally, if you're drinking more water during a UTI, which you should, eating salty or roasted pumpkin seeds can lead to dehydration because they pull water into the digestive tract. Without meaning to, this can make urine more concentrated and more irritating when it passes through the bladder. So here's what I recommend to my patients. Avoid pumpkin seeds completely during a UTI or any bladder irritation. Remove them from your diet for 5 to 7 days until symptoms calm down. Choose bladder-friendly snacks, like cooked oats, pears, rice crackers, or unsalted nuts. Increase water intake or sip warm herbal teas like chamomile or marshmallow root. If nighttime urgency is your biggest problem, eliminate all seeds and nuts until your bladder fully recovers. Once healed, reintroduce pumpkin seeds slowly, earlier in the day, not at night. Pumpkin seeds can support prostate health and bladder strength, but not during an active infection or irritation. After 60, your bladder becomes more reactive, more sensitive, and more easily inflamed. Removing pumpkin seeds temporarily is a simple, gentle way to give your bladder the calm environment it needs to heal. Before we finish, I want you to remember something important. Pumpkin seeds are not the enemy. They're a wonderful, nutrient-rich food, but after 60, the details matter. How you store them, when you eat them, what you mix them with, and how your body feels on the days you use them. Small habits, done the right way, can completely change how your heart, digestion, sleep, and muscles respond to this tiny seed. So if any of today's mistakes felt familiar, don't worry, you don't have to give up pumpkin seeds. Just make a few simple adjustments. Spread them out during the day. Choose lightly roasted seeds. Keep them away from sunlight. And listen to your body closely, especially when your digestion or bladder feels sensitive. Your health is built from daily choices, not from perfection, and you're already taking the right step by learning how to protect your body and use food wisely. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe, share it with someone else over 60 who might be struggling with digestion, sleep, or circulation. And if you want more simple, science-based guidance like this, I'll be right here, helping you take care of your health one small step at a time.